still use this. These mugs, right, are made by John the Potter. And I am mesmerised by the quality and craftsmanship. They are beautiful. They're so nice to hold. But one of the things I've appreciated is how much coffee you actually get in them.
They fit a lot, do they?
Like the volume of coffee in this mug is quite superior. Like that there. I would love him, and I'm gonna ask him to make me one. You know, like a proper. I want a Hobbit one. You know,
okay,
like a proper mead.
Yeah.
Similar.
That's not a mug. That's
I like this design, but like a proper
a big beefy
like a
one.
pint one.
Yeah. Pint of coffee.
And I'm not joking. And I think they would be amazing. Imagine rocking up to the pub. Definitely in the COVID world. Mate, top this one up. There's the pint line.
You take away beer.
That's delightful. So I'm also other things that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to have a bit more fat in my diet.
Okay.
What I've realised is, as I'm here for like the duration of the day, I'm just getting like these quick like coffee hits or like basically sugar hits, just get me through the day. Loads of carbohydrates.
So you need to get a bit more fat in.
And I need a bit more fat.
So you're more level, less
so
up and down.
I'm back on my coffee and cream. I'm going to just crack on with coffee and cream in the morning, and then just try and have a bit more.
It is good with cream.
Fat in the day to stop me fluctuating up and down. I still accept cake.
Yeah, if you want to bring Jason cake, he will eat it.
My mother turned up yesterday and brought me a bit of cake. Realised George was here. Luckily, she had a second piece.
Oh,
me and George got coffee.
Prepared. Prepared.
Right. What are we talking about?
Yeah, well, welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Welcome back to Space Small Talk. You may be able to hear our voices a little bit clearer and crisper today, because if you're watching, you can see we've got a new setup.
Yes.
We'll just say it's very intimidating because it's right up in your grill, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think it will get comfortable after a while. Soon we're going to have like a proper recording.
Put some more pressure on.
Oh,
it feels like trying to be more professional.
Yeah, we're
trying.
I
should be more professional.
Yeah. Ben's the host, isn't he? He's the chief.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where this goes. So one of the things we wanted to do is, like, me and Ben both love listening to podcasts. We love the way that the information's given. I personally learn much better from like verbal instruction opposed to like reading. So for me, I listen to podcasts or audiobooks for my learning. And
that's also probably because I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to reading. I much prefer to have it while I can do other things.
Well, the things with reading, like I love reading non-fiction. Yeah, but I like reading non-fiction before bed so I can fall asleep.
Yeah.
What I don't want to do is read those books over there, which are all sports science books and are like really in depth. I just can't take in the information. So give me a nice hunky man's voice. I can listen to it. I'm happy.
I can make your voice deeper on here.
What's your go-to podcast at the moment, Ben?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, what is my go-to? What have I been listening to?
While you're thinking, shall I go for mine?
Yeah, you also got one on the tip.
Oh man, definitely. I found one over lockdown. It's called Modern Wisdom.
Okay, I've heard of them, yes.
And he's a guy called Chris Wilkes.
Yes.
He is a very intelligent man, but feels like really down to earth. Loves his fitness. And he just talks about a variety of topics. It's not like specifically one element. And I just really enjoy his style. Some Modern Wisdom. Check it out. What's yours, Ben?
Mine is the Lean Machines. Do you know those guys? It's called TLM Radio, I think.
Yeah, I don't know them. I've heard of them.
Yeah, well, I've been a big fan of theirs for like before I even started doing fitness myself. Really.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got a podcast which is good. It's, I think like weekly episodes.
Nice.
And they've got they're just good, fun, banter.
Perfect. I've seen them. They on Instagram, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, should we get into the nitty gritty of what we're doing today?
Let's start.
So, our topic for today that we're going to be going over is we're going to be talking about strength training. We've just started doing the strength project in the gym. Members are loving it.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're just going to be talking a bit about strength training, the ins and outs, the do's, don'ts, whys, benefits.
I think one of the things we could just go into is like why it happened now. You know, why is it now? So like me and Ben, I guess backstory is me and Ben, I've been a big lover of a system called StrongFit for years now. So a lot of my training and coaching is derivatized from their principles of training and stuff. So if you don't know, it's Julian Pinot at StrongFit. I think it's StrongFit1 is his Instagram page, but we'll make some notes and stuff. And we both signed up to one of their 6-week training blocks, didn't we?
Yeah.
And essentially, let's cut all this quite short because we don't need to go into too much detail. It was all about neoprene training, so creating as much muscle heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So heat reaction pressure on the surface of the skin and the muscle.
Nice.
Yeah.
To create muscle change. Yeah.
Help with activation and stimulate the muscle more than it would be without. Yeah.
Without the support.
Yeah.
And so it was probably the first time in a couple of years, if we're being honest, that we both followed a 6-week training program.
And followed it rigidly as well.
Yeah, and we did it. And like we did the percentages
without changing anything or.
And do you know what, everyone? It worked.
Yeah.
My squat went up, my deadlift went up, my bench press went up. You
Same
know?
for me.
Yeah. My abs are a bit tighter. I feel like my hamstrings and my quads have grown a little bit.
Look better naked.
Yeah, you know, like, and I feel really good about training. So we liked that style, didn't we? We really loved that training block, and then we wanted to put it in with the needs of our members who we're constantly hearing, we want to get stronger, we want to get stronger, we want to pull up, all that type of statement.
Yeah, and and I think coming out of lockdown as well, everyone wanted to get back into their teeth into some strength training because limited with the weights and stuff they were using over lockdown.
For sure.
It was just a different style of training.
Yeah. And so we combined traditional strength training, which we'll talk about. We combined traditional strongman training, which we believe in base, at base. That's one thing we've always done. And then like the structure of a 6-week course, and we've put it into our own program. Yeah, which is called the Strength Project. Dun, dun, dun. So, like, what is strength training? We've got 2 different styles, haven't we? We've got like relative strength and absolute strength. Yeah. Okay. So relative strength is like your strength in terms of percentage of body weight, and then absolute strength is the absolute amount of weight that you can lift. Yeah, so a 200 kilo deadlift would be absolute strength. Then if it was a percentage of body weight, so me and Ben, what you Ben? Talk to me.
85, 86 at the moment, I think.
Okay, well, I'm really slender, so I'm 80 at the moment. Yeah, so I'm 80, Ben's 85. If we both deadlifted the same amount of weight, we would then have the same absolute strength. But different relative strengths. I would be stronger because I'm 5 kilos lighter. Yeah. If Ben had a 200 kilo deadlift, I think he'd be very happy. So look, mega. Also, like, another thing, like, what are your numbers? Like, what have been your all-time numbers?
My all-time numbers.
Like, let's do like clean and jerk, snatch, deadlift, bench press, back squat.
Flipping heck.
What do you reckon?
I don't know half of them because it's been a while since I don't do 1 rep max tests, to be honest, very often at all. So
what are you playing off at the moment then?
At the moment, well, I haven't tested since we've just finished this block because I've only done up to like a 3 rep max.
Yeah.
On the lifts rather than testing for a 1 rep max, which probably would be worth doing.
We'll do it a couple of weeks.
Yeah. What are
So
your numbers?
My all-time numbers are 230 deadlift. This is kilos.
Is this much different to what you've got now? Any of these?
I'm down 30 kilos. So I'll go. So my all-times are 230 deadlift, 180 back squat, and like a 125 bench. Clean and jerk was 132.5. Snatch was 100 kilos. But that's like when I was young.
Yeah.
Very, very committed to training. Essentially, when I was competing in the sport of fitness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what am I going off at the moment? I'm going off like a 200 kilo deadlift, which is, for me, that's like, honestly, I expect a 200 kilo deadlift any day of the week. That's that's my lowest number. Bench press, I'm going off 100 kilos, but I hit that for 3 sets of 5 yesterday, so I'm very happy with that. And my back squat, I'm going off 150, which I hit as a single probably in like January, just like as I joined in the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going off my numbers at the moment, what did I do that? I did that deadlift the other day. What was that? It was 120 for 11 reps or something.
Yeah, so 120 for 11 reps.
And
is like,
bear in mind, the most I've ever lifted is 145.
Yeah.
There's probably more in the tank there.
Yeah. So you could say what, 11 reps, what, 70%. So
yeah.
we could add 30% on top of that.
Yeah.
So 120. There's another 35 kilos.
Yeah. Or 150 then.
155ish.
That sort of thing.
155 deadlift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squat. Did I do 90 for 5 the other day?
So there's 105ish.
Yeah, something like that. And then what have I been doing for the bench? I know my all-time bench is 90.
Yeah.
So and that might have gone up. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I think like other things to consider is one, like training history and age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm 32.
I'm a young buck.
Yeah, I'm 32. I've done strength training for 16, 17 years now. Not consistently, but I'm in the world of fitness. Ben, 20?
21, yes.
21, I get.
You always get this wrong.
Well, because I've known you since you're so young. So Ben's like 21. Always been involved in fitness, but not hitting consecutive training blocks.
Yeah.
So it's strength is all about consistency.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And just doing the work. So other things, we believe in our strengths. I'm just looking at some of the benefits. So clearly we've got injury prevention.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know for me personally, when I hit strength training, my body feels put together better.
Yeah.
I feel better in my shoulders. I feel better in my back position.
I just walk a bit taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely, for me, that's the reason why I do it, and it's got that it's got longevity, it's got that robustness. The big reason is I've got 2 girls, I've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
I've got to carry them.
Yeah. Well, yes, there's a massive carryover, and I guess depending on the type of training we're doing as well. So like the strongman stuff, so the carries, all that sort of, the pulls, all that sort of stuff, there's a massive carryover compared to the other stuff, because it's all unbalanced. It's not perfect. Whereas if you're lifting with a barbell, there's still carryover, but that's like balanced weight. So
for
it's
sure.
Different feeling.
So there's like different types of movement, isn't there? So like, let's classify them. So we've got like this slow strength, which is like your big 3: deadlift, squat, and bench press. So they would be classed as powerlifting. And then we've got your Olympic lifting, which would be classed as like dynamic speed strength. So that's clean and jerk and snatch.
It's powerful.
Me personally, I love the Olympic lifts, but I do find them a bit wearing on me. Yeah, just wearing my shoulders and knees. Whereas the slow lifts, I can perform at high intensity without like the wear and tear. This is just me. Yeah. Yeah. You love the Olympic lifts more than me, don't you?
Yeah. There's just I think, as you say, you can just go a little bit more intense with when it's a bit more, I guess, under control. There's a little less technique involved. Yeah. You've really got to hit it perfect on the Olympic lifts, haven't you?
Definitely.
It's really drilled in.
Other things that like just to discuss is like different types of muscle contraction. So we've got like concentric, which is where the muscle's under tension when it lengthens, which would be like the lowering part of the squat.
The eccentric.
Did I say concentric?
You said concentric.
Okay, sorry, switch it around. The eccentric part of the squat, which is when we're lowering down.
Yeah.
The concentric is when the muscle is shortening, so when we're standing up.
Yeah.
And in the slow lifts, bench, squat, and deadlift, there's concentric and eccentric movements.
Yeah.
In the Olympic lifting, it's only concentric. Broadly.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So for me, I just know that eccentric works me better.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then in your like strongman stuff.
Yeah, cool. So
your rope pulls.
Rope pulls is all okay. Interesting. So, for our strength work, we work on a scale that's taken from Strong Fit. They call it the West scale, which is low weight bearing, low skill, low eccentric. That's for like intensity strength, not necessarily for absolute strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So low weight bearing is meaning the weight's not going through my spine, or it's not being like going through my system too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Low skill would be I don't have to actually learn the movement really. I can just perform it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or my skill is not going to take away the effects of the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your low eccentric would be, the eccentric is where we get a lot of muscle damage and muscle DOMS, like delayed onset of muscle soreness.
So when you get out of bed the next day and you
Yeah.
can't walk down the stairs very well.
So when they're all high, you get a lot of risk of injury, essentially.
Yeah.
The risk of injury is higher. A perfect one would be something like a power snatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a barbell or a squat snatch, you're pulling it overhead to one, like an overhead squat.
Yeah.
That's high eccentric, that's high skill, and it's high weight bearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do is we just swing that around. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Something like a rope pull or a sled push or a rope sled drag is low skill, low eccentric, low weight bearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means we can push our clients or push that person out.
You can push the intensity on it.
You can push intensity.
And it's fun.
Oh man, it's so easy. You just do it.
Yeah. Well, that's I'd say one of my favourite things about it is that it's just low skill.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely more efficient ways to do some of the movements.
Yeah.
But it's just
you can do it.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
But it's just a little bit more. Just get amongst it and just figure out what works.
Yeah.
Just do it. To quote Nike.
Just do it. So and then like another thing we like doing is we use a lot of sandbags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in our strength project sessions, we do like a block of strength training using the barbells. So we do the big three: squat, bench, and dead.
Yeah. We're
using our 5-3-1 strength program, which is like a program developed by Jim Wendler. Again, search on Google. This is like a tried and tested program. It's been used for tens of years.
Yeah.
There's
loads of variations on it as well now.
Simple, basic strength program,
and it works.
It works. Yeah. Then we section off into we have 15-20 minutes of, we call it strongman stuff, strongman carries. So we're going to carry, we're going to push, we're going to pull, we're going to use like the yokes, farmer carries, and just work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really prescribe much more than that, do it? It's like, make it uncomfortable, we'll coach you through the movement, but you work hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that we want there is to develop like structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the ability for the muscle or the structure of the body to withstand heavier loads. So good example would be back squats and then yoke carries.
Yeah.
Yeah, a back rack yoke carry would be like a structural movement for our back squat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we can yoke carry, my goal is always 3 times body weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if I can yoke carry 3 times body weight, I'm pretty sure I've got the structure in my spine and my upper back to back squat 2 times body weight. Yeah. It's that type of conversation. What we don't want to do, this is what we believe in, we don't just want to keep back squatting. Just keep going and never do the structural stuff that might actually take our back squat to the highest level.
Well, you'll hit a plateau.
You'll hit a plateau. There'll be
one
point
just keep going up
where your spine won't be strong enough, your lats won't be strong enough because they're not used to the loadings. Yeah. So we call that structural strength, don't we?
Yeah.
In most sessions, strength sessions, there will be that. Yeah. Other things that are really important there is it's also like a load carry load. which is a isometric hold. You're holding something in an isometric position, but then your legs, generally your legs,
doing this,
are walking like hell. Yeah. The reverse would be like a sumo snaps rope pull.
Yeah.
Isometrics on the hips and hamstrings. They're on fire, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
And then your lats and your forearms and biceps are just.
You feel them.
Yeah. So, yeah, like a load is really important. Again, it's for the structure of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else have we got, Ben?
So then that's the two main parts of the session. Then we finish with the accessories.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the idea you get?
So
you're the accessory man. You love them.
So the idea with the accessories is you're going to target the muscles that you've done in that session. So, for example, if we're taking that squat session, you're going to hit one of at least 3 of those muscle groups that are working in there. So you've got glutes are working, your quads are working, your hammies and then your lats as well. Yeah. In the back squat.
Usually hit lats with back squat.
We hit the lats with the back squat. We save the hamstrings for the deadlift stuff, mainly, don't we? So then you'll hit one of those that either you feel like is maybe a lagging muscle group, so it needs that little bit of extra work. So for example, for me it would be my glutes. They're always a little bit lazy.
For me it's my quads.
Off. So I would do, let's say, glute bridges, and I'd hit that as my accessory. So that's going to be lighter weight, and you focus in more on getting a pump on the muscle. So you've already done your heavy weights earlier in the session. This is just a little bit more focused, a little bit more isolation work. So you're looking to hit just one particular muscle group.
That's nice. And like other things we don't traditionally do that at base, and it's been really interesting to see how members react to intensity of a muscle. Yeah. You know, when that muscle is just talking.
Yeah. But afterwards, it's a great feeling.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because if you have a certain muscle that doesn't usually get fired up, and they say talk to you, and you feel that afterwards, it's like, oh, hello.
Yeah, baby.
What has this been?
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And once again, that's going to transfer over to your strength training, because you're going to start getting those lagging muscle groups up with the rest, and they're going to be working then in those heavier sets.
The thing that I'm enjoying is finding those muscles. So like, again, just going I wouldn't have done lots of like isolation work prior to this. Yeah. You know, it's just all big compound movements. But it's really nice to like work the quads individually or in isolation, and know that I can, when I need to, I can try and turn it on. Yeah. You know, I can sit here now and I can think lats. Yeah. And I can feel my lats coming together. I can feel my obliques. Yeah. So it's trying for our members who maybe don't have that communication to their muscle mapping.
Well, many people aren't conscious of that at all.
Not at all.
And also we try and drill that in a lot of like.
But if they don't feel it. Yeah, they need to feel it. Yeah. So warm-ups are pretty intense, aren't they? Yeah. But it's not like we're killing you. We're just asking you to talk, like to work a muscle. Yeah. Hard. Yeah. Because we need the communication to go. Yeah. We need to feel the muscle. So we really love our warm-ups in our strength project, and then we usually have a finisher, don't we? Yeah. Which is a finisher. Is, again, we're talking about muscles a lot, but it's just about making one muscle completely alive. Yeah. Yeah. I think. We're not killing you. We're just trying you to feel muscle group things. Yeah. That's cool. Talk to us about like the 5-3-1. So like example, I can't make our strength project, but I want to do strength training at home. Yeah. What is 5-3-1?
So the 5-3-1, the 5-3-1 stands for like the reps you're going to hit in that session. So it's based around the main 3 lifts that we talked about. There's powerlifting moves, that's deadlift, bench, and squat. Yeah. You can chop and change other movements in there. It will work the same, like your overhead press, for example. Yeah. You could use it for that.
Probably wouldn't chuck in Olympic lifting.
No.
So I'd keep it to like your pure strength.
Strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do it with bent over rows.
Yeah. I would do it with pull-ups if I could. Yeah. Yeah. Like shoulder press. Yeah. All those derivatives.
Yeah. 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 So you'll hit a certain percentage for the 5 reps.
Yeah.
I don't know the percentages
So
off the top of my head.
I've got them.
You've got them. You've got them in your head.
Of course I've got them, yeah. Week 1 is 3 sets of 5, 65%, 75%, 85%.
Yeah.
Just random, no, not random, just roughly, you don't have to be bang on. Week 2 is 3 sets of 3 at 70, 80 and 90%.
Yeah.
Week 4 is 5-3-1, 1 set of 5 at 75%, 1 set of 3 at 85% and 1 set of 1 at 95%.
Yeah.
And then usually they do a deload week. Week 4 is a deload week of 3 sets of 5 at 40, 50, 60%.
Yeah.
We in our session, what we're going to do is we're going to change the exercise. So instead of back squat, we're going to front squat or sandbag squat, and then we're going to hit 3 sets of 10.
So just keep talking.
Yeah. So and then like on our deadlift day, we're going to go from normal barbell deadlift. We're going to do like sumo stance deadlift.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a week, 3 sets of 10, and then go back to our week 1, which is 3 sets of 5.
Yeah. Cool.
With new numbers, hopefully. Maybe with like a 2.5 kilo increment.
Yeah.
And that's how we get stronger.
Yeah.
We'll do
Just
that for
very
6
slow.
Yeah.
Increase it just a little
and
bit.
should we do that for 6 months?
6 months.
And let's just see where we are. You know, like that's what it is. It's not a 6-week block.
Yeah.
Is it? The strength is an ever-present style of training. You want more coffee? We've got to finish
I
it.
better not, Jace.
We might as well finish.
Oh no.
Come on, we might as well.
Alright.
We're going to be.
So we're just going to move on to. We don't know if it's going to be a lasting segment, but we'll see. Essentially, in our podcast episodes, we just want to give like a member of the month a shout out.
Yeah,
essentially, because we're going to be doing 2 podcasts a month. Is the aim, 2 episodes a month, and in at least one of those, we want to give a member a shout out for that month. Then, so Jace, who is member of the month this week? Who's been crushing training? Who's been smashing it?
I don't think it's a secret. I gave her a massive shout out yesterday on the old social. Sophie Chapman has been absolutely killing it. I mean, right from day 1 of lockdown, which is 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ben, she'll be hard on herself and saying that she's not had the great lockdown. All over training.
Yeah.
You know, some people actually got fitter in lockdown.
She's one of
them. All right. So Sophie, I think you've been fantastic. I think you're doing amazing, and everything she's doing is going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll talk about it a little bit. Don't want to get too much detail, but do loads more on her nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's taken ownership of that, which is amazing. Her cardiovascular fitness has gone through the roof. She's doing a virtual London marathon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but also like her intensity in gym sessions.
Yeah.
And then also her strength.
Yeah.
Like she's big into getting to the strength project sessions, and she's done 2 or 3 weeks now that we've been running it. She's lifting some weights.
Yeah.
And she looks great.
Yeah.
There's members who are noticing things.
Yeah.
You know, she was doing lap pull downs last week, and Ben, we appreciate muscle, don't we? We appreciate lats. That's one thing we always talk about.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's like you can almost identify every muscle on her back.
Growing some wings.
But not in a horrible, just in a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
That's cool. She's nailing her strict pull-ups, nailing her strict dips.
Just all around smashing it.
Yeah, well happy with that.
Awesome.
Well happy. So keep it going.
Well done,
You're doing great, and other members are noticing, as do the coaches. So big shout out.
Yeah, virtual high five.
Virtual high five, because we can't do them in real life.
Put in a sound effect there, shall I?
Can you? Yeah. Nice.
Good stuff. Oh, nice. So let's sum it all up.
Oh, Christ.
So, not very much so anyway.
Well, what we'll do, we'll do another clap.
mean, that you've done a couple races, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay,
so
you're
still seeing. I'll
fine.
just cut it out. Yeah, that's fine.
So what is the outro? Will just be. So what's the call to action? The call to action is to, if you're interested.
So the call to action would be, if you enjoyed the episode, give it a like, follow, whatever it is. Depends what they're listening on YouTube or Spotify or Apple. Then probably plug the Instagram and just say, if you wanna, we're gonna be doing these more frequently. So if you want to, don't miss the next one, then give it a follow.
This is your cup of tea, by the way.
Right, I'll do this.
This is your bag, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Give me a sec.
Got to get ready.
Cool. So I think that pretty much sums it up then. Strength training in some form of detail there for you, which is why we're doing these, so people can have a little bit more. Our members and other people who do listen, probably no one else other than our members.
No, I think you'll be surprised, Ben.
Can have a little bit more info, because there's certain things that you can't just stand and talk about throughout a whole class this in this sort of. So it's a nice way in this format. So, ladies and gents, thank you for listening to Base Small Talk. If you enjoyed it, if you're watching on YouTube, then give it a like, leave a comment, say hello to us. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or any other kind of audio platform, then be sure to give us a follow, so you don't miss any future episodes, because we're going to be doing some more of these.
We are.
That's the plan anyway. Follow, subscribe so you don't miss any more. And where can they follow us on Instagram? What's the handle?
Our Instagram account is Base Functional Fitness UK.
Yeah, so come and say.
Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
So come and say hello to us over there, and send us a DM if you've got any questions or any concerns, or if you want to get involved with us here at Base, then come and get involved, because it's good fun and we'll take care of you.
Guys, thank you for your time. You've been wonderful.
See you later.
Cheers, Ben. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.